What's going on, Paisanos? V here, coming at you, well, with another market watch today. You know, the YCS just ended, and I feel like there's so much everyone just didn't get a chance to really get a grasp on it. And what I mean by that is, there are a lot of cards that weren't just talked about, weren't really shown. Yes, we saw decks, but we necessarily didn't see the cards within those decks. And those cards that aren't being talked about, that aren't being focused on, well, those are the ones that are being bought out in the market right now as you're watching this video. Those are the ones that everyone's going in on and buying and not telling you about because they want you to buy it afterwards when the price is already spiked. So let's talk about them. But if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe button, comment down below. Greatly appreciate that. You know, obviously the Enchanter package, the Adventurer package, the Brave package, whatever you want to call it. I like calling it Brave, by the way. Is going to be needed within a lot of decks. The majority of decks within the YCS obviously have used and abused this package. Some had an easier way to get into Brave. Some just had a top deck it. Either way, it doesn't really matter when you have two cards that you play three of that increase your chances of just going full Brave core. If you're playing Pranked, Faithful Adventure is still an insane card as it allows you to chain block, getting your combo started easily. The 60 card deck that won the event ran some punk stuff, including Foxy Tune. The price really hasn't really moved Foxy Tune. And if you want to get an Ultra Foxy Tune, it's roughly around $7. So it isn't as crazy expensive in case you do want to get it. I will say, though, not everything in the market went averted as far as, like, the buyouts. Crystal Needle Fiber, right now, just for the Ultra Red original printing, that bad boy is running you, let's see if we get a regular one, $88 for a regular Crystal Needle Fiber. In fact, if you want an Ultimate Crystal Needle Fiber, no big deal, the price was going to run you $175. Ah, man. You ever own a card and then see a card price spike up crazy like this and go, I should probably sell it? I'm kind of in that boat. Comment down below if you're in the boat as well, where you're like, you know this price is not going to be sustainable. It's going to go down. So once again, I'm in that, like, I should sell my needle fiber. Like, I don't need it that badly. $175 is a lot of money. I don't know what to do. Let me know what you think about that, Paisanos. Listen. Flunderies obviously was one of the decks that were doing pretty well within the event. Now, me personally, I'm not a big fan of Flunderies. I feel like any deck that loses to any card like a Lightning Storm or a Geki, Harvey Featherduster, isn't as good. But let's be honest with you, Flunderies did really good this past weekend. Like, over the top really well. And obviously, they're relatively inexpensive. I mean, Flunderies and the advent of Adventure is roughly around $13. The Flunderies core itself isn't super expensive. The Mega Monarchs can cost you a couple of bucks, but other than that, it's a relatively cheap deck core that obviously potted players to a high top cut within the event. Illusion of Chaos is an insanely good card, and Battle Chaos is not an insanely good set, but Illusion of Chaos in Battle Chaos, really good card nevertheless. This card right now, Secret Rare First Edition, is roughly around $45, and 245 of them? Jesus, breathe. $45 for Illusion of Chaos. It's really good in a majority of the decks, specifically the 60 card decks that can really use and abuse this card. And don't be surprised as prices continues rising as players start grabbing their copies of this card. So DDDs obviously is a deck that kind of caught everybody off guard. Now, with the new support, DDs obviously got really good. In my opinion, DDs have a really bad matchup against Despias, Albaz, or whatever you want to call it. So they're good for now, but just like when DDs first debuted, they're not going to be good in the long term. That's my opinion. Once again, I'm just throwing it out there. I do like DDs, though. I do like them a lot. I like the way they play. I like the way you know, they handle. If you're living in Europe, ignore this card. It's pretty much a blank spot. Everyone in America, it's pretty nice, isn't it? Divine Zero King Rage is only available in America. The card price is currently roughly around $20. Obviously, everybody's trying to get their copy. You just need one of these for the DDD deck. But you need 3 Savant Copernicus. This card with no reprints is about, well, you tell me. If you want some foreign copies, $9. And if you want some English copies, you're looking roughly around $13 a copy. I'll stick with the foreign. You let me know what you have. And of course, Strikers did good. Shocker to nobody that watches my videos. We knew Strikers was going to do good. It's a great deck still. Brave Strikers allows you to put multiple spells in a graveyard so you can abuse Engage immediately, getting mad value, as the kids call it. Now, obviously, Strikers does have a lot of weak spots, Anti-Spell, Lightning Storm, Evenly Matched, so on and so forth. But overall, when you have the ability to dump Engage on the graveyard over and over again with Kagari, you're going to do good things. You're going to make crazy plays, and obviously, you're going to do good in this game. Sky Strikers has been around for a long time, and then the cool thing about Strikers, for anyone that's been playing Strikers for a while, you already know. You don't need to buy the newest card from the newest set. It doesn't matter anymore to you. You have Strikers, you're good to go for a long while. And to be honest with you, you're good to go even better in the foreseeable future as Strikers get another card to make them even more consistent. Look at the OCG. Strikers is still topping the OCG, and it's topping here in the TCG. That's not going to end for us, especially when Strikers get that new card, that new spell card. It's not designated. I don't know the name of it. Anyway, it's really good. Listen, I think Strikers is a great deck, and if you only want to buy one deck in this game, and you could only afford one deck, I would say you pick up Shadows. And then after Shadows, pick up Strikers if you had the money left over. Listen, I just think that Strikers is definitely a deck that a lot of players didn't respect going to this event, and a lot of players are punished. A little shocker we didn't see Shadows in this event, by the way, or like a Shadow DPE variant. And the reason I'm saying that is, well, yeah, obviously the side lock that decks hurt Shadow variants, but if you play a stronger Shadow lineup, you can play right through that. I've done it before, and we'll see. I will say with Despia's, Cyflock is going to get a lot more weaker when that does happen as well, but that's for another video. Small World is going up in value, and shocker to anybody who doesn't watch these videos and these market watches, I've been saying Small World is a good card for a long time. Small World out of Burst of Destiny right now, the card price point, besides all these goofy new sellers that whatever, is roughly around $33. Look at it in the price charts. It shows it to be as low as $18, and now it's $33 for Small World. Little fun fact, it's not going down anytime soon. This card's insane, and it's going to see more play. The guy that won the event played Cross the Designator, and what I like about this card so much is that Cross the Designator is really good at making sure your combo goes through. I mean, let's be honest, we're in a game state in Yu-Gi-Oh! Where if you have an open board and I went second, I'm gonna take you out. And that goes for anything. Your opponent has an open board, and you're going second, and they don't have anything, and you have Cross the Designator in your hand, you feel a lot more comfortable doing your combo, knowing whatever your opponent has, let's say Nibiru, does nothing. Cross the Designator right now, the 2021 10 Asian battles is, well, look at all these Korean. No one's buying these. Like, look at this. They're stacking up because nobody buys Korean cards. Hi, we're from America. Get that crap out of here. Anyway, $27, $28 roughly for Cross Designator. And to be honest with you, this card is going to rise even more as time goes on. Mark my words. Buy your playset or regret it. It's up to you. Doesn't matter to me. You pay more later on, or you pay it right now. Other than that, it doesn't really matter for Cross Designator. Triple Attack Talents is another phenomenal card, and I feel like it's either this or Cross Designator. I like both, and if you could run both, even better. Triple Attack Talents is a phenomenal card due to the fact that it punishes your opponent for playing correctly Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, you correctly played a hand trap? Cool. Talents. Time to get punished. That's what this card says. Don't get me wrong, obviously you can draw two, take your opponent's monster and end the game, that's really cool, whatever, but the fact that you can just go talents because you played correctly is insane, and it's still insane. Ultra copies of Triple Tactics Talents is roughly around $23. Secrets are starting roughly at, it's definitely not 47, right? Am I wrong? Oh, it is 47. Wow. Cigarettes are currently as low as $47. Starlight used to be, I think, at 1.450, and that was considered to be insane. And now looking at Starlight Triple Tactics Talents, it's hitting near 800. Listen, this card's broken. We all know it is. Like, there's no lie. This is one of those cards where I remember when people were asking me, was Maxi broken day one? And it wasn't. They were like, wow, how could that be? And it's because players didn't want to play it because they already had a structured meta, and the card pool within that meta was what's needed. At best, Maxi was a side deck card. Triple Tactics Talents is going to be the card future Yu-Gi-Oh! Players is going to talk to you and me about and say, why didn't you play 3Ds? This card's broken. It has 3 banned cards, and your opponent has to activate a card on your turn during your main phase. They all do that. Every deck does that. Why is this card not in every deck? And it's a good question, to be honest with you. I think Triple Attack Talents is one of the best cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! And that's a bold statement, because I'm a Shadow player, and I should be saying Shadow Fusion, but this card is just absolutely goofy. The amount of things you can do with one card. Each one of these effects is a banned card. Let's just understand that. Konami could have been lazy and made us a pot of greed, and just made it like that when your opponent activates a card effect, but it decided to add 3 banned card effects into one card, and all they have to do is activate a hand trap or a monster effect on your opponent's main phase. Easy mode. I will say Prank Kits is cheap and it's good. Now, obviously, you still need a Brave engine to run prank kits if you want to run it that way. You can run it without Brave, but Brave makes it better. That's how it is. And looking at prank kits right now, they are dirt cheap. A little fun fact, by the way, in case anybody wants to get spicy, I believe it might have been sold out already. There was an Italian prank kit cards. Oh, here's some over here. This guy has one. But people were selling like Italian prank kit cards not too long ago. The whole core was $132.17. I know that because I just recently bought the Italian prank kit core. But there's multiple cores, so if you still want to get Italian prank kits, you can get it. If you want to get English prank kits, you can get it as well. Obviously, prank kits place is $8, but if you want the gold rare, it's $1. Now, gold rare's disgusting, but if you want to save money and play a good deck, prank kits is your boy. All right, this is my favorite part, because everyone just sees Plum Patronus, and then you're probably going, V, what are you doing? Come on, next card. Hold on, let me sell you on this in a couple of nanoseconds. Ready? The only player to go undefeated this weekend's YCS in Swiss was a Plunder Patrol player. You interested? Plunder Patrols, out of all the decks in the game, went undefeated at this YCS this weekend. Nobody really knows about that. I know about it because my buddies played the YCS, and in the last round, my buddy played a Plunder Patrol. In fact, other people have played Plunder Patrol against Plunder Patrol, and they got smoked. Brave Plunder Patrol is an insanely good deck, number one. Number two, this deck, mostly came out of Initial Assault and Eternity Code, has no other reprints. Yeah, it does not. So, whatever's here is here. Whatever you got, you got. That's it. There's no reprints. So, hold on one second. Are you telling me a deck that came out not a year ago, maybe? A couple of months ago? Time's really weird when you're dealing with COVID. I'm saying. Whatever. This was supposed to be in the Megatins. It wasn't. Has no reprints. And is really good and went undefeated this past weekend? Gee, it's almost as if bleh, Prank Kids might be the biggest sleeper deck right now. Is anyone talking about Prank Kids? Is anyone? I know one guy who wants to talk about Prank Kids, the guy who, went undefeated in Swiss in the YCS. Now, obviously, he might have taken his first loss in Top Cut. It happens. But to go undefeated in Swiss at a YCS is insane. We're talking, 10 rounds? Smoking everybody left and right? Pretty good. I'm throwing out there right now, if you don't know what Prank Kids does, if you know what about Brave Prank Kids, you're going to lose them. You better start reading these cards fast. Obviously, one of the best cards in the meta right now is Ghost Ogre Snow Rat, but definitely the best hand trap in the meta, as every Yu-Gi-Oh player is going to get it. If you want to get Ultimate Rares, by the way, let's just look for funsies and sadsies for those who don't have it. Yeah, the cards are around $200. I'm sorry, no, that's German. Hold on, English copies, $220, please. For one. Hey, you want some foreign copies that's not Korean because that guy's an idiot? You can get a foreign version, German Ghost Ogre Soul Rabbit. Geistersroger und Schneishase. Only $200. And Drytrons. This makes me so happy. It warms my heart to know my Drytrons are still doing things. Oh, we can't get hand traps? I guess we just gotta kill you faster, says every Drytron player. I'm not sure if it was 2 Drytrons in the top cut of the YCS, but there were definitely more than one. Getting in the top cut, going past 10 rounds, and smoking kids. Why? Because what? I can't negate you? Alright, cool. I still kill you, though. Like, cards like Drytron, Meteon, and Dragonits is broken. I'm not sure if the kid cited the other one, by the way, Quantichids. I think this card's highly undervalued, but I'll talk about that in another video, probably. I'll probably show my Drytron deck profile in another video, but, oh, look, you get a steel one for $15. Meteon Drytron being roughly around $41. Drytron is really good right now, and insanely slept on. If you still have your Drytron core, good. If you sold it, you might want to buy it real quickly. No one's looking. And then we have Fantastical Dragon Fantasmi. This is a card that's really weird. Do you play this card? Do you not play this card? This card is really good, but is it worth playing? And that's a hard question, to be honest with you. I really don't know the answer myself. And if you still want to get it, I mean, you can get it as low as $1.50. If you want original Prince Secret Rare Fantasmes, let's see. Look at all these cards. Dude, TCG Play needs to put a filter for just idiots that are trying to sell cards you can't use in a TCG. Like, what? Oh, wait, I saw a first edition one over here. Hold on. That's in Spanish. Oh, that's sexy. Whatever. It's $23 for Fantasmi. If you don't have it, you might want to get it. All right. Red Ash Dark Dragoon is easily one of the best cards against the Brave Fan Knight decks. Think about it. If you play Brave Fan Knights, how do you stop this? If the answer is go to game 2, you're correct. Red Dragoon is absolutely broken, and Brave PK can't beat this card. They just can't. They lose to this card. A lot of decks have a huge issue against Red Dragoon, including decks like Prank Kids, decks like Brave PK. They just can't easily out this card. I mean, they can do some things, but so can Dragoon, and Dragoon can also kill. I think Red Dragoon is definitely a highly undervalued card as far as its playability within the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And we're seeing players starting to play this card back again in lieu of Phoenix, which is also an insanely broken card. Red Dragoon right now, the original print is roughly around $125. It was $90 the other day. And the price point is not slowing down. It is rising on the charts, as you can see over here. Red Dragoon is definitely one of the best cards against a lot of those decks. And once again, if you think I'm wrong, please pop it in. Go to locals, put it down against a Brave PK player, sit back and watch them squirm. You don't even need to play anything else real. Just play Dragoon on board and watch them squirm. It is sad, funny, and sad again. The only card I really think that can really stop Dragoon, if I'm not mistaken, is Axis Code Talker. It has to go to 40. It has to get to at least over 4,000 in order to stop Dragoon. Can it be done? Sure. Is it likely? No. It's really hard. Anyway, I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. I'm gonna have some more videos coming up. I got a motor vlog video I'm still editing right now, so I'll have that video coming up soon. And I got a couple of clips coming up from when I streamed. Listen, I'm really excited to get back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Live streaming, and as much as I want to do it today and start getting back involved in remote duels and live streaming, I got a bunch of decks. I'm still getting everything ready behind the scenes, by the way. I'm still working on everything behind the scenes for when I inevitably come back to doing live streaming because I love it so much. But it's not the right moment right now. My wife might need help with the twins, screaming and yelling. We're just not in the right spot right now to do live stream. But I will say I'm looking forward to doing live streaming, and inevitably I will be coming back to it. And I would love it if you could go check me out on Twitch. Why don't you go head over there right now, hit that follow button real quickly? I would greatly appreciate it, and I'll see you there, paisanos.